Hey guys, it's Mike.
It's Dan.
Double check news time. We're talking about fake beggars here.
Whoa, this is crazy. Wait, let me ask you. How do they... So basically, beggars in China are being exposed as fake beggars. And they are actually fake beggars.
Yes.
So how does one even because in the US, you can't even if you suspect it, you'll never see a cop go up to somebody and try to prove it. Right. So this is no, I'm glad they proved it. I'm just saying how do you even think, how do you even go up to them and just be like, are you fake?
Well, some people are pretty obvious. They're even though cops don't expose it, I know in New York, news stations have exposed it.
Oh yes, definitely.
There was a case in New York. It was, I think it was
babies. No, you saw another one.
I saw another one.
Okay.
I saw it was a girl.
Okay.
And she was on crutches, right?
Oh, okay.
It was a Middle Eastern apparel.
Okay.
And she was on crutches.
Yeah.
And a reporter followed her the entire day.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, she goes into a Mercedes, changes. Out comes this young, attractive girl in a mini skirt and whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably one of the worst. The news thing I saw in New York, and that's why in New York I don't know who's real. I don't know who's fake,
you don't.
Every block there's somebody. There's basically a network of women and their young kids, and they all know each other, and the reporter followed them, and they're basically the kids are working also with the women, and they basically sit there I have no money, and they're going to Starbucks getting coffee. Anyway, so in China there are a lot of people who poses as being disabled.
Right.
Of course, if you're gonna beg for money, you got no arms, no legs, whatever, you're trying to elicit sympathy, right?
Yeah.
But they're being exposed in very embarrassing ways. Right on the street, basically there's a video where a guy looks like he has no legs.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a police officer, but somebody goes up to him.
It's like a chengguan or something.
It's a chengguan, goes up to him, yanks his pants off, revealing that he's sitting cross-legged.
Right.
I mean, that's
and then he tries to roll away.
He tries to roll away.
This other guy gets his shirt lifted up, and then he actually has arms. He didn't have any arms.
Look at he's.
Oh my god.
Okay, so in this one, maybe that's a chengguan as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it says he's going over to investigate.
Yeah.
So he's basically stand up. Yeah. And he's take your shirt off. I mean, that's
So look, I mean, this stuff happens a lot, and actually these cases are much better than the more extreme cases, which are when they actually, what's really sad, that does happen in China, where this is why a lot of people, they steal children, is they steal them and they cut their arms or legs off, and they force them to be beggars because they feel like it would elicit more sympathy from people. Whoa. And this is a thing. So these cases are better than that, I guess.
That's the worst case, because then you kidnap them to work for you, and you disfigure them.
Exactly.
I mean, that's really, they're like your slave.
Yeah. That happens in China. So
that's really messed up.
There's a lot of this stuff going on. Obviously, I mean, this is kind of I remember when I was going to school in Kirksville, Missouri. Back then I was really naive, and I was really kind of I believed everybody.
Yep.
And I remember seeing a homeless person begging for money, hand out whatever on a side of a highway where there was a red light, whatever, entrance to a highway.
Yeah.
I remember that I was 19 at the time. I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? This guy needs it way more than I do. Gave him $60. $60 back then was a lot of money.
Dang.
And then so this guy turned out, I don't know if it was this guy or some other guy.
Yeah.
But there was a report done. This story, I didn't look it up, but if you Google it, you'll find it. So this beggar in Kansas City, Missouri, makes over $400,000 a year.
Do you think it was the same guy?
I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't know.
They did a report on this guy.
Yeah, $400,000 a year. He just puts his money, in the number one mattress bank of America, or whatever, and then deposits it in the shoebox bank of trust. Yeah. But this guy had that much money, so that kind of so after saw the article and everything, I kind of got
jaded.
really, I'm like, who knows? I still do it sometimes. Like I think I got tricked by a couple who were like, hey, we missed our train. We're going to Boston. Can you help us do whatever?
That's a trick. Yeah.
So I did do that in New York. I got tricked a bunch of times in New York, but this kind of stuff, the more this stuff happens, it takes away from people who are really in need of help.
Yes, because there are people who do need help. And like, the story we did where the woman, and a lot of times like they need it, but like they don't really need it. Like the one that we did where the woman learned how to read.
Right.
Like she was homeless.
Right.
And like that's somebody who probably really needs it more than people like this, and especially in New York, like everywhere. I mean, there's
everywhere.
There's monks
fake
in New
monks
York.
in New York. Fake monks. So if you guys are ever in New York, you see a monk, Tibetan monk get up, comes up to you, right? Hands you something, and you're like, he's like, blessing card, whatever. You're like, oh, thank you, kind sir. Nope. He needs money for that. He's gonna come out. He's like, no, that'd be $20, please.
Sorry, no, you will never.
And they're fake monks. They're not real monks. This has been proven. They're like, these are not real monks. They just shave their heads, and that's how they panhandle.
And there aren't real monks in the city.
So for you guys, watch out for monks. Watch out for those cartoon characters in Times Square. But they'll come up to you and be like, give me a hug, Elmo. Give you a hug. They're like, $20, please. It literally is like,
oh my gosh,
you want a hug from Elmo? And they'd be like, $20.
Yo, when I first came to New York, I was much younger, and I like those characters. And then
you like those characters? They are creepy looking.
I didn't know that they were like
it's Halloween. Yeah. I don't understand why these guys are dressed up as like Miss Piggy. I do not want Miss Piggy coming. It's not even a clean costume. Half the time you see these costumes are dirty as well. That Pokemon, like creepy looking Pokemon. That's like somehow Pokemon didn't go on a diet. He's just like got kind of large and he's like, hey, come give Pokemon a hug. You're like, wait, Pokemon Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu. I don't know my Pokemon.
I would give Pikachu a hug. That's the only one I would.
A 400-pound Pikachu.
Yep, I would do it. I would not Captain
What's
America.
the evolved form of Pikachu?
Raichu.
You will give a Raichu a hug.
Yeah, I
that
would.
smell like cigarettes.
I mean,
you will not.
Because it was no.
And then Raichu's like, hey man, welcome to New York. Give me $20.
I'd be like, Raichu doesn't say that. He says one word, his own name.
Whatever. Anyway. Let us know your thoughts on this story. Have you ever met any kind of situations where you were like, oh, this guy's definitely faking it? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.
Later.
See ya.